What's up? Welcome to Certified Mama's Boy, everybody. I'm Steve Kramer. This is my mom, Nancy Yancey. We did not mean to coordinate with our pinks today, but we did, even though they're a little bit different of pinks. Welcome to it. What's up? Welcome to welcome to your Mama's Boy Live for you guys too hopping in. Thanks for being here today. This is the kind of the pre-show before we get going with the regular show. So thanks for hopping in on MLK Day as well for you guys that were able to do that. Appreciate it. We have a lot to talk about there. I'm trying to figure out where you want to start this today. Okay, well let's go. Hi, mom.
Hi, Annie.
So I think I figured out what's worse than having a crazy neighbor. Now, in case you are new to our show, my mom always complains about having a crazy neighbor, and I think I've figured out what's worse than that. And if you live in stacked living,
Oh,
I think what I had to experience this weekend is actually worse than having a crazy neighbor. Because when you live in stacked living, obviously you have your crazy neighbors, right? Which is like number one. But then you're also subjected to numerous other factors that can really, really screw you. Because obviously you've got people above you, you got people below you. It's not just the annoyingness that can just pop in from time to time, right? So, if you're new to our podcast, then I've told you stories about my neighbors complaining about me walking too loud. Obviously, just you. Some of these are just normal apartment annoyingness, right? Man, but this weekend was a new one. So here it was. This was what day is it? It's a long weekend. So I'm trying to think what day this was. Today's Monday, so this would have been Saturday night. And I'm all curled up in my bed, all cozy, and all of a sudden I hear this beeping noise coming from the living room. And I check my phone, it's like 12:05 AM. Now, I've got a little trauma of the beeping noise coming from the living room. If you're new to our show, I accidentally lit my kitchen on fire. So I'm like, "Oh my god, did I leave something on? Like, did I leave the stove on? Did I leave the oven on? Like what Right, did I leave I flooded my kitchen, like, I've, like, burned my kitchen down, like, I just, like, oh my god, there's so many things that have gone wrong in that kitchen at this point that, what's happened, right? So, I was, like, really paranoid. I run out there and I'm like, keep in mind, I just woke up, so I was like, "What is happening?" I was very confused, and the beeping is coming from above the fireplace, and I'm like, "What is happening?" Now, I had the fireplace on earlier in the day. I was like, "Did I?" Now I'm like, "Oh my god, like, I've screwed the fireplace up. Like, this is carbon monoxide is leaking." Your brain's, like, not really processing, like, what's going on at this point. So, I'm like, "Oh my god, I got a carbon monoxide leak. I don't know what's happening." Well, after about, like, 2 minutes after being awake, 'cause I'm, like, staring at it, I'm like, "What could this be?" And then I'm like, "Oh, wait. I think the fire alarm for the building is going off," right? So now it's like the middle of the night. It's the fire alarm for the building, and that's what's happening. At least that's what I'm assuming. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I need to like get out of here. So, I'm like, okay, now I'm like, all right, so let's get in there. I gotta put clothes on. It's cold, y'all. It's cold here. It's like 20 some odd cold. I gotta but at this point, I'm like, so I'm debating too. And if you live in stacked living, you also know that like, well, I mean, this is like how bad is this gonna be? Is this like are we like really on fire? Like, do I have to go outside? Like, I don't even know. But then I see like all these fire trucks pulling up, so I'm like, okay, maybe this is like bad. I mean, there's like probably this is no exaggeration, probably 10 fire trucks pulling up. So I'm like, okay, this is like right. So I'm like, okay, this is like probably pretty serious. So then I'm like, all right, let me like, get my clothes on. Slug downstairs and sitting outside in the cold middle of the night. Like, all right, this is really friggin' annoying. Well, actually, so as I'm headed outside, and this is like the crazy part. This is like a movie, y'all. I want you to picture this. The stairwell, because you can't take the elevator out when the fire alarm's going off. So as I'm walking towards the stairwell, I open the door and like water is like flooding down the stairwell like a movie. Like it'd be like it was like a horror, not a horror movie, but like an action movie or something like from I don't know, it was like coming down the stairs. Like it was like a flood. Like if you were like an action movie about a flood or something, like Titanic or something. Like I don't know what it was, but I'm like, this is crazy. So now I'm assuming there must be a fire because I'm guessing the sprinkler system is like gone off and is trying to like put out a fire above me or something because this water is like heavy. I mean, it's like I'm not talking about like I mean, I'm talking like heavy flowing water like coming down, like down the stairs. And I'm like, damn, all right. So it's like I gotta get the hell out of here. So I go downstairs, standing outside. All the neighbors like, "Blah, blah, blah," and everyone's like, "Oh my god, I smell smoke. I smell smoke." I'm like, "Yeah, I smell it too." Like we're all like, "Oh, something's on fire. This is crazy. This is crazy, right? Yeah, this is." Well, my feet are wet. I'm like, it's cold, and like, I'm like, we're all trying to figure out like what's on fire because like this is really crazy. So I'm like kind of walking around the building. There's like fire people running in and out of the building. This is crazy. So I'm walking around trying to figure out whose condo's on fire because we're all swearing that we smell smoke and everything. I'm like, this is an action movie, man. This is crazy. So after about, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes, they finally come back out and they're like, hey, one of the sprinkler systems busted on the fourth floor and the roof. There was no fire. Uh, you guys are all good to go back inside. And like we all kind of feel dumb because like we all like swore that we like smelled smoke, but like I guess there was no smoke. And this whole time we had like gassed ourselves up. There was like a massive fire upstairs, right? So we're like, okay, fine. Like this is really annoying. Now it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. So like I come back upstairs, like, all right. And everything's flooded, by the way. Like all the stairwells flooded, the hallways are flooded. I mean, my condo was fine, but like the ones closest to the doorway were like getting flooded. It was bad, right? So annoying. That was annoying, right? So is that more annoying than having an annoying neighbor? Yes. Now, that would be if I ended the story there, that would be a pretty annoying story. Let's continue. Here it is. Now it's the last. This is now Sunday night, y'all. Cozy up in my bed, just I'm like mid dream too. All of a sudden, what do I hear? It's now 12:35 a.m. Beep 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 beep. The same alarm is going off, and now I've got a choice to make. I'm like, all right, is this the same thing, or is there a real fire? Because like yeah, chances are it's the same thing, right? Like chances are it's probably the same pipe busted or like they didn't fix it right. But like why is it happening in the middle of the night at the same time? That's annoying. Like why can't this happen in the middle of the day or like in the summer, Like summer, like in the middle of the day in the summer, that'd be great. Why is it happening in the middle of the winter in the middle of the night twice in a row? But then in the back of my mind, because I was like, okay, I'm just going to ignore it because like there's not an alarm in my bedroom. I was like, I think I can like kind of just like drain this out, like, and like if it just keeps going off, then like maybe after a while. But then of course my anxiety got to me, and I'm like, okay, I can't. I gotta like, I guess I gotta go outside because like, what if this is a real fire? Now, like what are the odds? But like, what if this is a real fire and then I can't get out? So I'm like, damn it! All right, get up, put some clothes on, walk down the stairwell. But at this time, there's no water flowing down the stairwell. So I'm like, this better be a damn fire. Somebody better be on fire or something right now. Like, this better be a good story. Going downstairs, everybody stays, same old people. We're like, meow, 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 meow. Anybody smell smoke? No, I don't smell smoke. Just the same old, ba, 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 ba. We're out there for like 30 minutes. But this time there's only like 2 fire trucks. And so I'm like, this is not going to be as dramatic. It's just not going to be good. About 30, 45 minutes later, somebody comes out. They're like, no, it was the same. It was the same pipe. It was like the same thing, y'all. It was the same. It was like there was some kind. And I'm like, y'all, no, like, no, we can't just do that. We're not gonna do this all winter long. Like, y'all are gonna have to get your act together because, like, I literally like 2 nights in a row. No, you kind of wasted my long weekend. Like, we're absolutely not gonna do that game all weekend. So I don't know what this whole pipe issue is.